Welcome to the field at Southern Virginia University for today's men's soccer match featuring the William Peace University Pacers and your Southern Virginia University Knights. Southern Virginia University staff, thank you for your support of the student athletes and coaches participating in today's contest. The NCAA and USA South Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated in our ground floor removal. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco use is strictly prohibited. Please stay away from the playing area and team bench area. Thank you for your cooperation. In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we will begin with a word of prayer which will be offered by Coach Battle.
I'm going to stand and to Heavenly Father. We are indeed grateful for this opportunity we have to come and participate in athletic endeavor. Thankful for the blessings that we enjoy, this country that we live in, we have, thankful for these two universities. We ask at this time to please bless the players and they compete with their best, that they'll be kept safe from all our accidents and play well. Again, Father, we are indeed grateful for all that has for us, and we pray these things in my Son, Jesus Christ.
And now for your starting lineups. Starting tonight for the Pacers, at defense, number 3, Jose Martinez. At defense, number 4, Gavin Beaupre. At defense, number 6, John Murillo. At forward, number 7, Jorge Lemus. At forward, number 9, Abdul Kurna. At midfield, number 13, Josiah Corona. At defense, number 18, Joey Hurley. At midfield, number 22, Danny Romachuk. At defense, number 24, Davis Kelly. At midfield, number 40, Adrian Savera. And in goal for the Pacers, number 1, Trip Kidd. The Pacers are coached by Ryan Huber and assisted by Ozzie Peralta and Christian Ortiz. And now, starting for your Knights. At midfield, number 2, Gavin Miller. At midfield, number 7, Tanner Gonder. At midfield, number 5, Jackson Gorin. At defense, number 8, Callum Mule. At forward, number 9, Thomas McCoyle. At forward, number 10, Emmett Lewis. At forward, number 11, James Allen. At midfield, number 12, Jack Bartholomew. At defense, number 18, Brandon Victory. Number 24, Porter Whitlock. And in goal for the Knights, number 1, Braden Stringham. The Knights are coached by William Pemberton and assisted by Jay Zachariah and Jeffrey Tomlin. Now, if you will all please rise and face the flag for the playing of our nation's national anthem. Thank you and good luck to both sides.
Good afternoon, friends, family, and fans, and welcome to our edition of NCAA Division III men's soccer in the USA South Athletic Conference. Today we have a matchup between the Southern Virginia University Knights and the William Peace University Pacers. These teams have seen each other a couple of times throughout the last couple of years, with the Pacers taking last year's match at a score of 0-3. We should expect a good match today, with the Knights leading the Pacers by one spot in the USA South Conference standings. These teams like to take plenty of shots on goal, but have strong defensive lines. I imagine we're in for a close one. And for those of you at home wondering, I am Nicholas O'Connor, here commentating today on my lonesome. So if any of you at any given point at home have any comments or questions or bits of information that you'd like to have shared over the broadcast, feel free to comment, and we'll do our best to get to those. And we will begin with a kickoff from Ammon Lewis. The ball will immediately go out of bounds, and the players will come to celebrate Ammon. It is senior night. Ammon Lewis being one of the seniors on the team and one of the lead goal scorers. I believe he will be exiting the field here soon because he's dealing with a bit of an injury, a bit banged up. So I believe he'll be coming off of the field here. But good for the team to be able to get him onto the pitch and celebrate him for the day. Ammon is a 4-year member of the team, joining back in 2020. He has accumulated 31 points in the form of 13 goals and 5 assists. Ammon will graduate with a degree in business management and leadership, and plans to get licensed as a CPA with a long-term goal of working in sports finance. Knights struggling to maintain possession here, but ball will ultimately go out of bounds. We should see a throw-in from number 6, Jean Murillo. Because it is that senior night, and they deserve it. Big clearance to bring the ball forward, but ultimately no Knight will be able to get to it before it runs out of bounds. Another throw in here from Murillo. And the ball will be set back to the Pacer defensive line, looking to work it back up the field. The Knights will cause them to reset. But a big lob pass forward to get it down into the box. Deflected, but once more a try. Down deep into the box and into the goal. Goal, Pacers. And when I get a number, I will get it to you. And that's a quick strike from the Pacers today. Both of their goals in their previous match came in the second half, so I'm sure they're happy to see a bit of a change of pace here. Knights, I'm sure, looking to strike back quickly, see what they can accomplish. Oh, and a big tumble there on the pitch, and a foul will be called. And as that foul is called, and the Knights take a moment to reset here, let's take a moment to appreciate our senior James Allen, who joined the team in 2022. And has since appeared in 15 games, scoring 4 points in the process. James will graduate with a degree in computer science and plans to seek a job as a software developer and continue to play soccer in the UPSL. Big lead pass there into the center, ultimately taken away and brought back up the line to Callum Ewell. Who will now throw in. Nice to work the ball back up the field. Pacers will reset there, working the ball back up. Knight defensive line showing some good hustle and a big slide tackle just outside of the box. Looks to have been Callum Ewell there tackling Gene Murillo once more. The referee indicating that no trainer is necessary to come out onto the pitch thus far. So that is a positive sign. And Gene will stand, which we love to see. And as we take just a moment more to recover and reset, we'll take a word from a few sponsors. The Knights Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their continued support of Knights Athletics. I'd like to thank Cornerstone Bank, Mill Creek Orthodontics, River Crossing Apartments, and a big corner kick into the center, and a header towards goal. And what a save from Trayden Stringham, leaping high up into the right-hand corner of the goal to knock that one away. What a tremendous show of athleticism. Knights look towards their best opportunity so far. Big cross over to Callum Ewell. Ultimately slowed down, but he takes it into the center and cleared out. Cross into center. Danny Miller looked to make a shot there, but nothing doing. And so now Trip Kidd will come in to make a quick goal kick out wide. Now to thank a few more of our sponsors. I'd like to thank Straws, Drinks, and Eats, who regularly have a Friday fun night, whether that's trivia or a local band or otherwise. They're always doing something on a Friday evening. Grace Automotive, where SVU students and staff can receive 10% off their vehicle maintenance needs. Papa John's Pizza, locally owned and operated. Vinyl Cuts, The Beeve, Sweet Souvenirs, and Katana Sushi and Hibachi Express. If you would like to partner with Knights Athletics to promote your business to the Knight Nation, please contact Brett Schroeder at 801-633-1894. And now Traden Stringham will take a quick goal kick out. The Knights still looking to respond to that first goal of the game. Wide pass out to Callum Ewell, who will look to bring the ball inwards. But a quick bit of defensive play will amount to another goal kick. And thus far, we've seen some excellent defense out of the Pacers. Not only from their back line, but from their midfielders as well. The Knights struggling a bit to get moving into the box. And so perhaps as we move forward, we may see them change game plan a bit. Perhaps we see a few shots out from beyond the box. And Stringham should pick that up with no problem. Directs his players about. Back to Stringham and then to Whitlock out on the far side of the field. And we'll have a moment for a free kick quickly taken. Back to Whitlock, as there was no advantage to be pressed there. An excellent lead. Proves to be a bit too much. And Thomas McPoy was unable to quite make it down to that pass. Looks like it'll be called back and kicked away by the Pacers. Lots of aggressive play out there. Bring it back to the close side. Through pass attempted. And some good footwork and ball work there, but ultimately for naught. But the Knights will look to reset and find another attacking opportunity. Ball back to Callum Ewell. I've already said his name quite a few times, but he is one of tonight's seniors. Now, Callum joined the team back in 2020 and has appeared in 49 games and recorded 8 points off of 3 goals and 2 assists, while being a catalyst on the back line for the defensive unit. Callum will graduate with a degree in liberal arts and a museum studies concentration, and will raise a family with his wife while starting a career as an art curator upon graduation. Big loft out from Stringham. Bounces off ahead and ultimately out of bounds. Give the Pacers an opportunity to respond to the attempt. Knight throw in. And here now we have big boot back to Whitlock in the center and Stringham. And Brandon Victory and Whitlock will pass around a bit, looking for a hole to open up. Pass to Dallin Miller. Some good footwork there, and ultimately a pass back to Victory. Big boot up to number 9, Thomas McPoyle. Almost gets an attempt there on goal, but a defender speeding in to kick the ball out the back line. Defender seems a bit shaken up on the play. He was coming in quite hot. Thomas McPoyle seems to be conversing with the referee, seemingly wanting an explanation about something that has since passed. Big kick out, retrieved by the Pacers, pushed up. Ultimately intercepted. But the Pacers will give it up once more. As number 5, Jackson Garinge, moves the ball around back to Whitlock. And Whitlock has been tremendous for these Knights on the back line so far this season. Coach Pemberton has the utmost confidence in his ability and in his play, and looks to get Whitlock the maximum number of minutes that he can. Victory back to Stringham and to Whitlock once more. Knights poking and prodding, looking to find a hole in this Pacer unit. Big loft forward, but covered well. And now a moment of appreciation for Thomas McPoyle, who has appeared in 21 games since joining the team and has recorded 2 points. Upon graduation with a degree in business, Thomas plans to continue working at his father's business while finding an internship with a social media marketing team. Pacers will move the ball up the line. Pressure from Ewell. Ball stolen away by McPoyle. Working hard today. Looks to make a big boot, but deflected out. But number 13, Josiah Corona. Throw in from the far side of the field. Knights looking to make the most of this opportunity. The ball pushed outwards towards Pacer possession, and now they look to make a counterattack. But Brandon Victory will make a successful box out. But he can throw the ball in back to Stringham so the Knights can reset. A good run there, but ultimately pass goes a bit astray. Get the ball back to the Pacers. Reclaimed by the Knights. And we'll give Ewell another chance. Pass into Miller. Thwarted. And Whitlock will pass it back to reset once more. The big pass out to Ewell once again. Looks for a player and finds Miller. But not a play that they quite liked there. A little too much on the cross there. Intended for Connor Giddens. Knights will take possession and see if they can't launch a counter. Ultimately, nothing there to be taken. And Victory will look for something to open up. Instead, pushes it out to Whitlock. And Whitlock pushes up the field. Looks to lead a teammate, but too much on it. And as we reset, a moment of appreciation for senior Tanner Gonder. Since becoming a Knight in 2020, Tanner has amassed 11 points off 5 goals and 1 assist. Tanner will graduate as a business and biochemistry double major and plans to start a career in the business side of medicine. And a Pacer push towards goal, tries to get the ball into the center. Thwarted by Whitlock. And now pushed out wide to the far side of the field. To Miller, some fancy footwork. Ultimately tripped up and tackled there. No foul called. but Knights will retain possession. Good bit of ball handling from Miller there. Seems that the ball made its way out of bounds there, so will be called back. And the Knights will make a few substitutions here. And onto the pitch now, we have number 4, Benjamin Simister, points leader for the Knights this season, and number 34, Gavin Young. And Benjamin Simister now sits at 12 goals on the season. So look to see a little bit of excitement out of him. Well, will be passed away by Jacob Cornejo. Pacers gain possession and push the ball way up. Ultimately into the hands of Stringham. Stringham directing his personnel outwards with a big boot. Back to Victory and to Stringham once more. Victory looking to lead a player there, but cut off. Knights will regain possession with Miller at the center of the field. Now to Gringe. And a lead forward, but too much on that once more. And if the Knights are to find success this afternoon, I'm sure they'll be wanting to connect on a few more of those. Big goal kick out from Kidd. Couple of headers jostling for the ball. Pacers come out with possession and a big pass into the box. Jockeying forward, and it seems that Victory will come away with it. Big deflection there back into the box, but Whitlock there to defend. And a Pacer shot taken, but ultimately for naught, as it would sail wide of goal. Stringham pushing his players forward once more, wanting them to be on the attacking side of things here as we approach 20 minutes left in the half. Stringham will come forward for that one, covering it up before it gets too close into goal. And Zach Bartholomew will throw in now to Miller. Back to Bartholomew. Miller once more with some fancy footwork, but trips up a bit on that one. Big pass out to Simister here. And a good opportunity, but pulled in by Kidd, who now pushes his players forward. And a big boot. Get almost all the way to the Knight box. Pass out wide to number 13, Josiah Corona. And into the box, but deflected out by Victory. Players will get a brief breather here. And now the corner. Good service in, but knocked away by Ewell. A little chip pass back towards the box, but Knights able to gain possession. Pass it out wide from Ewell to Simister. And cut off by Connor Giddens. But now Knights will have a throw-in a dangerous position here. Ewell to Simister once more. Quick pass in. Knights looking to find a good spot. Wonderful cross into the box. But led them just a smidge far forward, and that ball will sail through the back line and result in a goal kick. Now, following today, the Knights will have just one more conference game against Pfeiffer on October 28th, 2 p.m. And that game should cement their standings within the conference, should things go well for the Knights squad here today. William Peace, on the other hand, still have 2 conference games left on their docket and are looking to shake things up a bit and perhaps looking to steal away the number 4 spot for the Knights, and certainly would do that with the victory today. Shot on goal there from number 22, Danny Romanchuk, but ultimately saved with some good hands from Stringham. Pass out wide to Ewell once more, but swallowed up. Number 7, Jorge Lemus, will hit the floor after a bit of rough play from Ewell. Nothing too egregious, though, but a foul will be called and a free kick given nonetheless. And we'll see here whether or not he determines to make a direct kick on goal as the Knights begin to set up a bit of a wall here. He is certainly within range. Number 19, Ethan Gillette, will take the kick. A cross in and a header off the top railing, but ultimately headed in. And no, it will be called back. Perhaps an offside call. No goal. And I'm sure, without a doubt, that the Pacers would like that one back. A beautiful cross into a beautiful shot opportunity. And ultimately all of it called back and change of possession. But they find themselves once more with possession of the ball, preparing for a throw-in. And here the Knights will take a number of substitutions. With Brock Hester coming onto the pitch. as well as a few others who I have currently lost track of, but I'll get them to you as the game goes on. Good clearance out, but it'll be popped right back in. But offside called, giving the Knights an opportunity to reset once more. Little under 15 minutes left in this half. Ball passed in and pushed up to number 27, Jacob Lee. Ultimately taken away. Pacers looking for a handball call, but ultimately not given, being the unintentional nature of it. We'll go to number 5, Jackson Gringe. As he looks to work the ball up the field. Give the Knights an answer before the half. Simister will come down with the ball. Get it to Jacob Lee. Looks to take a shot, but ultimately deflected. Now Victory up to Whitlock, who seems to have a bit of a change of position here. Throw in received by 34, Gavin Young. Ultimately out the back line, and it will result in a goal kick from Kidd. Now Gavin Young actually is the assist leader for the Knights on the year, tallying up 4 assists thus far. Followed, however, by goals leader Benjamin Simister, who has 3 assists tallied so far in the year. And so it could certainly be said that Benjamin Simister has been quite a boon for the team this year. Oh, a dangerous moment in the box. But will ultimately result in a goal kick. Sure, Jorge Lemus will be pleased with the opportunity that he took. Even if it did not result in a goal, there was plenty of chance, plenty of opportunity there. Whitlock will drive the ball up the field. A good lead pass out to Brock Hester. See if he crosses it in. And cut off by the Pacer defender. Number 18, Ethan Gillette. My apology, number 18, Joey Hurley. And a Knight corner kick now. Beautiful cross in, headed out by a Pacer. Knights look to reset. And yes, the handball will be called. And Kidd instructed to move the ball out to where the handball was called. Big boot out from him. Thankfully, gets to one of his players. And Hester will watch that one go out of bounds. And Victory will pass to Stringham once more. Big boot out wide to Simister, but will ultimately miss the target. Oh, and some good footwork there from number 13, Josiah Corona. Attempts a big cross in, but deflected. And the Knights will want to be careful here on this corner kick from the Pacers. They've certainly showed that they are dangerous on those set-piece opportunities. But nothing doing there as we approach 9 minutes left in the half. Goal kick. Stringham trying to direct his players, but a little bit of miscommunication here. Seems the moment is past for what he originally desired. Good pass out wide from number 12, Nathan Cochran. Back towards center, taken by Whitlock. Whitlock will take the throw in. Into 23, Jacob Cornejo. But ultimately, ball will become a Pacer ball once more. Good run into the box. Swallowed up by Stringham. But the Pacers not looking to stop their attack now as they press forward once again, looking for a big cross once more. Headed out. And let's see if the Knights retaliate. And no, the Pacers will swallow it up once more. And look to start their own move. Searching now for the proper opening. A big pass forward. Launched into the box. And Victory will push that out wide. Knights will take that opportunity to reset any day. And this Pacer attack has been relentless. These Knight defenders getting very little time to rest. Pacers working the ball up over and over again. Working those crosses into the box. Giving dangerous header opportunities towards Stringham. But fortunately, Stringham, the tremendous athlete that he is, been taking most of those shots in stride. And coming away with a couple of saves for it. Ultimately, a foul will be called out on that little tumble out there. This isn't wrestling after all. And he'll elect just to take the safe bet, get it back to Stringham. Out wide to Whitlock. And with a little fancy movement, he'll push it up the field. Ultimately taken away, but it seems that a foul will be called. So the ball will be brought back and give the Knights an opportunity to press the attack. And a good opportunity it is as we come into the final 6 minutes of play here in the half. Hester will go up for the header. Knights will look for a better opportunity than that. Some big contact there, but nothing coming of it. Jostling for the ball back and forth, and the Knights will reset. Big cross cut off, but Knights will retain possession. And the Pacers will now make a couple of substitutions. Bringing on number 5, Kwame Semakor. Looking to get that up to Gavin Young, but covered well. It'll go back to Brandon Victory. Passed out wide to Porter Whitlock. They'll find Jackson Garinch, and ultimately back to Stringham, who's seen his fair share of work so far this game. And I'm sure the Knights would love to see him a little bit less busy. Be that as it may, they certainly appreciate the way that he commands the field and gives them an opportunity to reset when they need to. An integral part of their team. Whitlock taking the ball up the field, getting it to Hester, passes it back out to Jacob Cornejo with a big cross into center, out to Young and a header in, and pulled in by Kidd. The big boot from Kidd ultimately results in a Knight ball, but they struggle to handle it, and it will result in a Pacer throw-in. We are now under 3 minutes left in play here in the half. The Pacers looking to extend their lead, and the Knights looking to tie things up here before going into the half. Here they look for a quick strike as they move up the sideline, but mishandled and pushes the ball out. Big push-up intended for number 10, Alex Macedo, but handled well by the Knights squad. Push up for Gavin Young. Puts forth a valiant effort, but pulled in by Kidd without any trouble. Big boot once more from him. Easily pushing it past midfield each time. But ultimately all for naught as the Knights will regain possession once more and give it right back. A little ping pong possession there, if you will. And as we approach the last minute, the Knights will look to make something of it if they can't get a hold of the ball once more. Struggling to push through these Pacer personnel. A little push there from number 18, Joey Hurley, and seems just a warning from the referee, but a foul called nonetheless. Oh, my apologies. That was number 19, Ethan Gillette. Big cross attempted there. Ultimately, nothing coming from it. And the Pacers slowing things down here, coming into the last 15 seconds of the half. Perhaps one last shot opportunity for the Knights, if they can make it happen quick. Coming into the last 9 seconds, big cross. Perhaps a bit too far for Gavin Young. And that will conclude our half. And before we take a break for the half, we will take one more word from our sponsors. The Knights Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their continued support of Knights Athletics: Cornerstone Bank, Mill Creek Orthodontics, River Crossing Apartments, Straws, Drinks, and Eats, Grace Automotive, where SVU students and staff can receive 10% off their vehicle maintenance needs, Papa John's Pizza, locally owned and operated, Vinyl Cuts, The Beeve, Sweet Souvenirs, Katana Sushi and Hibachi Express. If you would like to partner with Knights Athletics to promote your business to the Knight Nation, please contact Brett Schroeder at 801-633-1894. And thank you very much. We will be back in just about 14 minutes for more of our match here between the Southern Virginia University Knights and William Peace University Pacers.
7, Jorge Luna.
concentration. Tanner Gonder will graduate with a double major in both business and biochemistry. And Ammon Lewis, who will be graduating with a degree in business management. Seems that the Pacer player is now on his feet, and we love to see that as he is escorted off of the field. Seems that a teammate has come out to get him, and he's walking at least mostly under his own strength here. So nothing too serious out here, we hope. And we look here now to restart play. And that big boot of kids will be pushed out of bounds. Whitlock will try to work the ball, but he'll lose control as well. Whitlock will be there to move the ball up the field. Bit of jockeying around as Miller misses an opportunity there. And the ball will end up moving back to Guamier, Semacor, and pushed around a bit by the Pacers, ultimately back to Kidd. The Knights have been struggling just a bit to find good offensive opportunities in the middle of the field as they approach the box. The Pacers have been doing a tremendous job out of keeping them out of that premier goal scoring location. On a foul called on that, a little bit of a sweep tackle, I'll call it. Pulled out almost a little bit of a jiu-jitsu move, if you will, and swept the legs right out from under him. Unfortunately, that will leave a Pacer player a little slow to get up, but now on his feet. And able to run it off, and he will stay out on the pitch. Good Pacer play, moving the ball around in the box. Ultimately cleared out. Ball will get out to Gavin Young. And Simister in the center. Gavin Young once more, and a shot on goal. And the slide takes it away from... And the opportunity is lost as Kidd wraps it up. And I'm sure a sigh of relief from him. That almost slipped out of his hands. Allows his team to reset. That big boot of his once more. Now, unfortunately, on a lot of these big boots out from goal from Kidd, it seems like it's almost 50-50 as to which team will end up coming down with the ball. It almost seems like it might be more effective to bring the ball up to one of his defenders a little bit closer to guarantee possession. But perhaps he's looking for that quick strike off of the kick from him. And that big boot does give them that opportunity should they come down with it. And a free kick here for the Pacers. And a couple of heads will knock here just outside the night box. Both players will hit the floor. Number 5, Jackson Grinch, quick to pop up. Pacer player, a little bit slower here. That is, I believe, to be number 7, Jorge Lemus. And trainer Chad Mahaffey will come out onto the pitch to check him out. Knock to the head is never a good thing to see, and perhaps he just wants to give him he'll give both players, actually take them off the pitch, give them a look over. And so back onto the field will come number 23, Jacob Cornejo. Get him a few more minutes today. That'll be out wide. Number 12, Zach Bartholomew, and ultimately back to string up. Big clearance from Whitlock. Pacers will regain possession. Clearance there as well. Quite a bit of back and forth here. We'll go from Whitlock up to Simister in the middle. See what he can do with it. And the defender uses his body quite well to slow down Simister without drawing a foul, giving Kidd the opportunity to get his hands on the ball. And this time that ball does come down in favor of the Pacers, but will ultimately be retaken. Push back to Simister. And out wide to Hester, but cut off by number 18, Joey Hurley. A little bit of a jostle there, but a good pass into the center. A chip up. But the chip gives opportunity for Knights to converge on the position and take away any opportunity there. And a clearance that will just roll back easily for Kidd. Who seems to content to slow the game down just a bit with 35 minutes left of play. And I suppose why not? Give your players an opportunity to breathe if you're sitting up 2-0. Hester will take the ball now. Move towards the inside. Pass over to Simister, who will take it wide now. Puts the moves on, but ultimately his shot is stopped by Pacer defender there. Jose Martinez, junior out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. Knights will look to reset and attack once more. Ball will go out wide to Jacob Lee. Look to work the ball in with the cross. Batted away by defender number 12, Nathan Cochran. So we will have a throw-in out wide for the Knights. Brock Hester will come off, as well as Jacob Cornejo. And we will get some fresh legs in the form of Trey Ricker, who is always so speedy and so quick, giving the Knights good opportunity to strike. Ball will be pushed out to Miller. Pacers will come up with it. A scary moment for the Knights here. Number 7 will take a shot on goal. That is Jorge Lemus, but that will sail high and away. Give Stringham another goal kick opportunity. And Stringham perhaps enjoying the fact now that he's no longer looking into the sun as he's doing his goaltending. Another shot on goal deflected, followed up by a powerful shot by Jorge Lemus, but once again sails high. Sure, the heart is racing just a bit for Stringham there. At the prospect of having to make a potential back-to-back save. And this time the goal kick will not be taken by Stringham. Let the Pacers collect and ultimately attempt to move the ball forward, but the ball will go back to the Knights. Throw in here, number 12, Zach Bartholomew, who will then move the ball towards the center to Jacob Lee. Ball stolen away. And now passed upfield by Danny Romanchuk. Taken to the center. And another shot taken on goal by number 7, Jorge Lemus. And has he been excellent all afternoon? Called his name quite a few times. The footwork there in the box. The perfect touch to get into the back of the net. Really not much at all that Stringham could do to respond in that scenario.
Goal for William Peace by number 7, Jorge Lemus.
And so now that will put the Knights down 0-3. Pacers now with the lead, or rather extending the lead. We approach now 31 minutes left of play. And naturally that means the Knights will have to average a goal every 10 minutes here if they just want to tie it up. Of course, anytime you're playing, you're not interested in a tie. You want a proper result. So they'll be seeing what they can do to put 4 on the board, although that may be quite a tall order, being that they have yet to find the back of the net. And Lemus will take the ball and pass it out to number 10, who will work it back in to number 17. Foster Crenshaw, who will take a shot on goal, but taken in by Stringham without too much issue here. Pacers will reclaim an attack once more. Lemus here in the box with now a number of Knights on him. And what a defensive play to move the ball out of such a dangerous position. Just maybe 2 yards away from goal. And once again, Lemus is looking to do the same thing that he's found success in recently. Drive that ball in wide and then work it in with the wonderful handling that he has. Looks like that'll end up as a Knight throw-in. Who will cross it over now to number 12, Zach Bartholomew, who was the one with that defensive stop out so close to goal. But Pacers will take control once more and reset back to Kidd. Bartholomew pushes forward down the line. Loses control a bit here. Pacers regain possession. Certainly taking their sweet time of it. Happy to breathe and bring a few substitutions on. In fact, there will be a number of substitutions for both teams. So everyone will take a moment to rest and recollect themselves as we restart now. We have a high dangerous kick there from number 24, Davis Kelly. But nothing called on it. Yes, and William Peace, once again, content to just move at their pace. Slower the game goes now, the more it benefits them, being the 3-score lead that they hold. And ultimately out of bounds. Should be Bartholomew with a throw-in. into number 5, Jackson Garange, who puts his ball handling skill on display before passing it up. Tanner Gonder, senior, will take that throw in and look to progress the ball before it is turned over back to the Pacers. Now we are coming to a point in this game that the Knights have some decisions to make. And frankly, I don't know that it's a very difficult decision, but the decision that comes to them now is leave it be, rest and coast to the end of this game, which I'm sure is not what they're going to do, or we're leaving it all on the table, pressing everything that there is so that there's a chance for a comeback here. And you see an opportunity passing there. The Knights wanting to get a shot off, but a bit more contact than would allow that. So Kidd will trot back and place the ball. Prepare for his goal kick once more. And he just... Well, I suppose it's not a goal kick. So he'll move it up and take a new placement on it. The Knights looking to get the ball out to Gonder, but a bit too far on it. And now it will be a proper goal kick. And now we approach 25 minutes left of play. And as we do for the third and final time, I'd like to thank our sponsors once more. Cornerstone Bank, Mill Creek Orthodontics, River Crossing Apartments, Straws, Drinks and Eats, Grace Automotive, where SUU students and staff can receive 10% off their vehicle maintenance needs, Papa John's Pizza, locally owned and operated, Vinyl Cuts, The Beeve, Sweet Souvenirs, Katana Sushi and Hibachi Express. And Gonder up with the ball out wide, looks to pass the ball back for perhaps an easier opportunity up towards goal. Oh, and some beautiful passing there from Jacob Lee. Seems that Gonder was not expecting it to come quite so quickly to him. Now, if you would like to partner with Knights Athletics to promote your business to the Knight Nation, please contact Brett Schroeder at 801-633-1894. And once more, I would as well like to honor our seniors on this Knights squad tonight. James Allen, who will graduate with a degree in computer science. Oh, and a good clearance there as the Pacers bring the ball in towards the center of the box. They come in with another cross, but nothing doing, and a shot on goal that will ultimately swing wide. Shot taken by number 29, Anthony Ramirez. And as they bring some substitutions in, I will continue a moment of appreciation for our seniors. Next up is Thomas McBoyle, who will graduate with a degree in business. And Callum Ewell, who will graduate with a degree in liberal arts and a concentration in museum studies. As well as Tanner Gonder, who will graduate as a business and biochemistry double major. And Ammon Lewis, who will graduate with a degree in business management. Thank you to our seniors for the hard work that they put in for Southern Virginia University, both on the field and in the classroom. I suppose that's past hard work for Southern Virginia University, hard work for themselves and their futures. And now a Knight opportunity, passed in, but ultimately deflected away with some good defensive play. Everything happening a bit quicker than I can bring it to you, of course. Now the Knights will have an opportunity to throw in once more and see if they can't find that net. This will be number 12, Zach Bartholomew, freshman out of Centerville, Utah, to bring the ball back into play. Now this Knights squad does have plenty of freshmen on it. Loving to get the minutes that they can and gain experience behind some of these more experienced lads. On an opportunity here on goal, and a quick shot on the ground past Stringham by number 29, Anthony Ramirez, to extend the score 4-0 in favor of the Pacers. And Stringham not pleased that he could not get his hands on that one. The Knights will huddle up once more to adjust the game plan. Seeing if they can't turn their fortunes around as they move forward. And that'll be Callum Mule out wide. That'll bring it back out here to Bartholomew. Push it back to Whitlock. And a pass out by Nicholas Martin. Pacer throw-in will be deflected, so we will see another. And it seems we will have an offside call right there in the box. Kick will be taken by Drayden Stringham. Looks like Jacob Lee lost that one in the sun just a bit. As it is moving right into that perfect position to get in these players' eyes if the ball finds itself too high in the air. It's number 17, Foster Crenshaw, with some fancy footwork, but ultimately the ball is cleared out wide. It'll go back for a goal kick as it passed through the back line. Pacers easily jumping out in front of that goal kick. But now Knights jostling for the ball, and it seems that they will have a throw-in opportunity. Pass up intended for perhaps Gonder or another, but pushed out of bounds. Gonder will now take the throw as substitutions are made. But a Pacer interception will bring the ball back up the line with some swiftness. Ricker fighting to get back on top of this. A little bit of a push there. And a great cross into the center of the box, but will pass through untouched. Looking for another cross here, and Stringham punches that up and over the goal. A fabulous save. Showing off the athleticism there once more. But because of that, it should amount to a corner kick, which it will now. And in it goes. And headed out. And we'll have a night throw-in here by Ewell. Miller will now take possession of the ball. Fight off a few tackles before being fouled. It's impressive that he could break through as many defenders as he did there. Now Whitlock to Ricker. Put on a quick move to give a bit of space out to Ewell on the far side of the field. Into Miller. We'll see Jacob Lee in the corner. Quick cross. And bounced out. It would appear that perhaps Jacob Lee took the ball out just a smidge past that back line, so it'll come back for a goal kick. And Cade boots it once more. Whitlock fighting for this one. Kicked out of bounds by number 20, Nicholas Martin. And so now Davis Kelly will have the opportunity to throw the ball in once more. Couple of missed handshakes on his way out as he's actually getting substituted here. And instead, number 18, Joey Hurley, will be brought back in to take this throw. You know, there's something about people not seeing that that handshake or high five that you desired. Something that just feels wrong in your soul. And now a yellow card being issued. And Hurley will go right back off the pitch. That may be the quickest yellow card after a substitution that I've ever seen. And he wasn't even standing proper on the pitch. He was off on the sideline waiting to throw it in. That's certainly something you don't see every day. And to be fair, I'm not entirely sure what the call on that was. Pacer shot on goal from out wide. Bounced back out. And Stringham will handle the pass attempt there. Get it to his men up front. Gonder will look to gain possession, but can't catch up to it. And we'll have Trey Ricker, sophomore out of Houston, Texas, take a throw in. And I feel like I do always mention when talking about Trey Ricker that I happen to have a special place in my heart for Houston, Texas, his hometown, being that that is where I served my mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Many of these players for Southern Virginia University either having served missions or intending to in the near future. And as such, these players have the opportunity to see many different places in the world. Callum Ewell back for a free kick. Quite close to the box, so we might see an attempt here. And we will, but it will sail high and curl away. And so the Knights will jog back to reset for defense. And Kidd will position himself for a goal kick once more. And there's Miller once again with the fancy footwork that we have come to know and love. Ball will be pushed out of bounds, but Knights will retain possession. Now a Pacer ball. Miller with the ball once more. Distributes out wide. And a bit of a miscommunication, but ultimately Knights will keep the ball. Out to Gonder. Perhaps he'll send a cross in. And no, the defender will perform a successful tackle and get the ball moving the other way. That is number 25, Josh Eatman. Miller moves the ball to Jacob Lee. We'll pass the ball wide here for Ricker. Back to Lee. Intended for Miller, but ultimately at the feet of a Pacer. Lee into Miller as Knights begin an attack once more. Into the corner for Ewell, intercepted and booted away. Knights looking to get something on the board here in these last 10 minutes. Seeming to have increased in aggression of play in just the last few minutes here. Pressing forward than we a bit more than we have seen thus far. Up to Ricker in the corner, a good chance, pops it up. And the defender gets in the way there, but Ricker will pull the jersey of Josh Eatman and a foul will be called against him. Kidd back to take this free kick. And there'll be an offside call from the line ref. Just a few steps beyond that back line of defenders. Big boot from Whitlock. Up to number 11, James Allen. Defenders will do well to get it out. Ricker will pass in once again to Gonder. And Gonder stretches out as far as he can to take a shot opportunity, but just can't reach the ball. Oh, and it would seem now that a penalty has been called, as there was quite a bit of contact there. And Callum Yule will be back to take the penalty. Lower stress penalty than many with the current lead. And Yule buries it in the bottom right corner of the net. And the Knights can be nothing but pleased to finally be on the board. Knights hustling the ball back to to center field so that they can restart and perhaps get another opportunity to do something in the last 7.5 minutes of this match. But yes, a wonderful penalty taken by senior Callum Yule. And he does not get a tremendous number of opportunities to take shots on goal. But obviously the skill is evident, and Coach Pemberton has the trust in his foot to be able to bury that, and that he does. Pacers looking to respond quickly here. Ball. A bit of contact out there on the sideline. The Pacers looking to respond as they've got the ball back into the back 20 yards already. Big clearance out. We'll get the ball to James Allen. Pacers will recover. Push the ball back up into the box. Ultimately past that back line for a goal kick. And Whitlock will take it. Knights trying to get a good touch to bring it down. Ball kept popping around between teams. Now it will seem that the Pacers have gained the favor of the sideline, and therefore the ball. Dangerous moments here, but Miller looks to push it out. A good little move around the defense there. He'll get it across midfield and continue his run. Looks to send a lead pass to Gonder, but Gonder wasn't quite ready for it and did not make the run. And so that ball will continue out of bounds. And it's so interesting to watch this drastic difference of pace between the two teams as the ball will exit play. The Pacers, moving so casually, so slowly as they look to return the ball to play. And the Knights moving as quickly as they can just to get any chance at scoring again. But that's part of the game, part of the strategy, as the clock does not stop running. And in NCAA Division III soccer, there's no additional minutes at the end of the match. So the cutoff is exactly at that 90-minute mark. Whatever may be going on at the time. Ball cleared out by Jacob Lee. Brought back in by Josh Eatman. Now Gonder will take it up. Attempt to cross, but deflected. Back to Ricker, who seemed to want to pass it to Stringham, but the ball was deflected out once more. And with just over 2 minutes left in this match, I'm sure the Knights would like to put one more on the board to salvage the score just a bit. What a big tumble there as Ricker hits the floor after making contact with number 10, Alex Macedo. But Ricker quickly to his feet. Taking just a moment to recover. But seems fully intent on staying in the game there. Kick out by Stringham, but not quite as accurate as he would have pleased. Stringham will recover that one and see if he can't direct his players out to give them another chance here as we enter the final minute of play. Ricker will throw into Miller. And we'll see what they can do now, what they determine, how they would like to spend their final minute. Oh, and some big contact again between Miller and Junior Roque. Quick free kick up. Knights will make their runs. And Kidd will recover. He'll push his players up again. Getting them to move up the field for the big boot once more. Should be his final big kick of the game. See if the Knights get one more shot off. And Gonder will not make that attempt as we come to the close of our NCAA Division III USA South Conference match between Southern Virginia University Knights and William Peace University Pacers. The final score of the game is Pacers 4, Knights 1. Thank you once more for tuning in on this, our senior night at Southern Virginia University. Thank you, friends, family, and fans. And tune in next time as the Knights take on Pfeiffer on October 28th at 2 p.m.